On. All right, back with Karen, and we're getting ready, we're coming out, we're getting ready to section and do our face framing, long layered haircut, basically trim.
So, I mean, it comes out pretty easily.
Hmm?
It comes out pretty easily.
Yeah.
I don't get tangles too.
Yeah, and the 12 benefits really helps with that too, any tendency toward tangling. Which I love. I guess I should mention that. I immediately dropped it on the floor, but we used 12 benefits. We used that as a detangler, just to, well, I've broken it. Just a little white spritz of it. It doesn't normally spit at people. Sorry about that. It's a leave-on conditioner detangler.
Like butter.
Just place my scissors just that quickly. I'll have to show you. So do you want it to be, because it's basically coming to a point in back,
Yeah, it's
which
because I'm
happens when
pulling
you
it
bring it around,
forward.
right? So do you want it to be more
Not
straight or more
necessarily. I want it
rounded?
to be just not straight.
Okay, more rounded.
Just slightly curved out. I'm pulling everything to the front cutting.
Exactly.
So I expected that I would have a chevron in the back because of that. But the ends of my hair were so just barely there.
Yeah. And did you trim that front section that I just trimmed?
I did, but it's, again, just, me in the mirror.
Right.
My only caveat is that I have collectible hair. It's really the only.
Mm-hmm.
This haircut, by the way, was so ridiculously textured.
Before you grew it out?
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
It was way over textured. So
Uh-huh.
the ends are, I'm sure, just skinny little barely nothing threads based on
Just to have a little more blended shape around the front and just sort of
Correct. Yeah.
blocking the,
that. Yeah, it's simply impossible for me to do it myself. It's just
Yeah.
impossible. Back in the olden days, but I'm older than the olden days. I miss you terribly, Marty.
well, thank you. I mean, we really never get to see each other
That's
anyway,
true,
so
but we're-
we can stay in contact just as
Oh,
much as
we
we.
always do anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just wish you absolutely the
Thank you.
best. Everything.
There are things that I like about this. There really are.
Benefits,
You know,
of
it's
course.
studio life, and we know what that's like.
Sure.
But
Oh, it is?
yeah.
It's a studio?
No. I mean, I'm saying this. You know, what we're doing now is
Right.
studio life, and it's for better or for worse. But
Right.
the main thing is I need a situation with
I
benefits,
understand.
and I need it to not be lifetime.
Sure. Good. You're still as talented as you are. You're still as capable as you are. It just gives you a more comfortable working situation. We have to love where we work. We have to.
Yeah.
I've learned that the hard way.
Let's have a little view of where we are and where we want to be. It shows the. Well, actually, can't really see the point in the back there, but anyway, it's the best I can do. So we're gonna even out
You
that.
right here, is that long? Cool.
you don't really want to take noticeable length off, or,
No,
okay.
I just
You
want
know
to.
what, I feel like I need to show you, and maybe that'll
I know, because I can't see
'cause
it.
I think it's more of a point than,
Then I think it is.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, it is.
I kind of feel like
Yeah.
we need to,
It
I mean,
is.
you almost need to go, you know, like, you can kind of see that, like,
I
and that
love
makes
your
it-
cape. I
makes a
need-
good background for it.
I need to get one. I see what you're telling me. Yeah,
I
take
think
it.
we probably need to go.
Yep, perfect.
And that'll round it out to
Yeah.
what you've already have.
Right. Dude, go back to it one more time. Let me make sure I'm sitting square. Yeah, just that bottom a little bit.
Yeah, right.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Because
awesome.
I've been pulling it to the front,
Right,
picking it up and cutting the ends.
and you're not gonna see any length coming off anyway, because
Nope,
it's all
it's strings.
bottom and back.
It is strings.
Yeah,
I know they're there because when I pull up my ponytail, I just feel these little
yeah,
skinny little things up there. So just no folding, no nothing. It's still in behavior, Karen. And I'm telling you, this Karen name,
the what?
the new Karen thing,
Oh, yeah, I know,
about
it
ready to
kills me.
kill people over that.
Yeah. No, I'm done with it, because you're not the only Karen with a K that I know.
Oh,
you
please,
know,
it's crazy.
Yeah,
And furthermore, the person that they're making fun of is actually Kate from Kate and somebody in Kate plus 8, the ones that had the 8
oh, really?
octuplets.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Kate, whatever her name is.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's who they're making fun
Huh.
of. It's her. At least your manager kind of chick, right? I am so not that chick.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need a manager, I promise.
Yeah.
I'll just handle it. They would prefer that their manager handle it in most cases, to be honest. Well, I gotta be honest, Marty, these past 2 weeks have been horrible for me, horrible. Horrible weeks. I'm not like that about coach, just so you know.
Actually, last week was pretty good. It's really been back and
Back
forth
and
for me.
forth,
This
yeah,
is
me
looking like
too.
a good week.
Yeah.
I have nothing on Saturday,
I have a client on Saturday for the whole week.
but Wednesday is full up until 6:45, which is not a huge span of time, but, so far nobody
Oh,
wants to
you're
go.
working, are you working from 3?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that's not a big deal.
right,
So I'm giving it to you versus her, is what I'm basically, But she's got this joint to herself all day, every day, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
right.
And so I'm gonna go ahead, I can forfeit Wednesday because I'm really trying to get down to 3 days anyway.
Right,
And do 2 or 3 clients a day, that's it.
yeah,
And this is, I don't have choices at this point, this is what my body is telling me.
right.
So, I'm wondering what am I gonna do when everybody catches back up? You know what I'm saying?
Well, but they're still gonna need maintenance.
No, what I mean is that when my clients, like the one I just showed you, Sandy, I doubt seriously she's gonna stay gray. You saw the difference, it's
Mhm.
night and day. She's
No,
simply
you think she would see the
terrified.
difference too?
She's terrified to leave her house, terrified.
Okay, right,
I have another client who lives in Bethesda, in a mansion, an estate. She hires people to do everything for her. They come to her house and wash her car. You understand? She's not even driving the car.
right,
She's got people that are coming to her house to do her gardening, to bring her groceries, to bring her pre-cooked meals.
right,
Everything, she's doing everything via Amazon and so on. So, her hair is a mess, but she said, I'll see you when I'm ready to walk out my door. Right now, I'm just not feeling it.
Yeah. And that's exactly the client, same thing that I was telling you about that was here when Raven, came to the door.
Oh, right, oh my God, that lady.
That was her first time out of the house.
Oh, no.
Her husband has been doing grocery shopping, but
Right.
other than that, they've been having groceries delivered. I don't think their daughter has left the house.
Yeah,
and
they're
she's
not going
really
anywhere from
terrified.
them. So the people that I do know, they are, I can't even imagine it, because I'm feeling cabin fever. And I'm
Right.
at least getting out, 3 or 4 times a week. For, I come here, I go to the grocery store, I don't really do much else. But this Popeye, what do you call this place next door, the hot dog people? Man, they are irritating as
Yeah.
well. There are people sitting outside on that sidewalk,
Uh-huh.
not wearing masks.
Well, but
You
they're
either had
getting
to
so-
walk into the street to
Yeah.
avoid walking past them
Right.
and not being socially distant.
Right.
But
I
you-
don't think that the county should have allowed
Never.
tables to be on the
Absolutely.
sidewalk or in the street,
They've taken our parking spaces away.
Right.
I park illegally every day. I don't care.
I park in the big lot over there by Mod Pizza. I've done it consistently.
So for me, my 2 issues are, if I have to park a distance away, it takes me time to recover from the walk.
Right.
Number 2, the bathroom. It's not a major thing to most people, but
Yeah.
it's a long walk for me.
Right.
And if it's hot in this building, and it's almost always hot in this building, I'm sweating and breath, I'm saying, out of breath and everything, so
Yeah.
there's no way I can stay here.
Well, it's one of the reasons why I like to get here, at least 15 minutes or so
Yeah, it gives you-
before my,
yeah.
to kind of catch up, because
Yeah.
this summer's been hot as hell, it's crazy.
130 degrees today in Death Valley. 130, that is record-breaking of the
And that's saying
history.
something in Death Valley.
Yep. 130 degrees today.
It's crazy. We were there, and the only time I've been was in the summer, and it was, it honestly was the hottest place I've ever been. And I couldn't wait to get out of there. And I've thought
Right.
about that place so much since I've been there. There's something special about it, even though it seems like nothing could
totally.
possibly live there.
Right. There's no doubt about it. It's a painted valley. It's beautiful. It's a
Mhm.
painted desert. It's gorgeous. But Phoenix is like that too. You can go swimming in the middle of the night in February in Phoenix.
Yeah.
Which I've done, by the
Mhm.
way. So, ooh, my hair's feeling good, looking good.
Awesome.
No more gray.
Well, we got your
It feels
Button
good. You're
Goldwell on there, so we know it's gonna feel good.
I worked for Laura Salon. I worked for, you don't probably know these people, Paul Lachard, and they worked for
What
David.
salon?
It was called Studio 355.
Oh, well, that's where most
Roger
of us.
Perez.
That's where
and
most
that's
of us,
most
right.
they worked. And then we went from there, well, I was at David's, and then Paul bought me basically from David, and it was quite it gave me a lot of money. But I had a great book,
Right.
even for a semi-retired, right? I moved away, Marty, and came back and got my clientele back.
Wow.
So that says a lot for the loyalty of my customers,
Mhm.
truly. I moved to Florida. Came back and had a job in 10 minutes. It was that simple.
Right.
And I was working for David. He said, "Come on in, honey, you got a job." That was the end of that. He was my first boss in life ever
Yeah.
at the original, Bananas Incorporated. So, yeah, that was kind of a bad situation. And he promised me gold while walking in the door. He also promised me 60%. He also promised me 15% commission, and none of that came true.
Wow.
So I ended up, of course, leaving him. But he went from Goldwell to, I know you like it.
Huh?
They had Goldwell and Wella. If they were out of Goldwell, I would use Wella, because Wella is a German company,
Right.
and the color line is very similar, and so on and so
But
forth.
chemically, it's different, right?
It is chemically, well, this is where I have issues with certain educators. The educator who came in to do Wella at the time, no, was it Wella or L'Oreal? It was L'Oreal, what a lie.
What's your
They
feeling
are
on-
all alkaline.
What's your feeling on styling products?
I don't use any because I'm
Oh.
just wearing my hair up all the time, but
Okay.
you can do whatever you want.
You want to do a little mousse or something,
Sure.
just for
You can do
show?
whatever you like. You know, with styling product, I am not dedicated, so it doesn't matter to me what you use.
Okay.
Just knowing that my hair, you know,
Oh, that's
is
right. It's like,
lengthened.
what did I do with my phone? It's not charging. It's like, there it is, we're using
No.
it.
And here we are, look at that.
Sometimes I'm not the sharpest tack.
Honey, you and me both, don't feel bad, please, don't feel pregnant ever. Don't ask me to do anything that resembles multitasking.
It resembles multitasking. Oh, yeah.
Forget it.
I feel like I'm good at multitasking. I don't know
Well,
if
I
other
used to
people
be.
feel like that or not, but
I used to be, but I can't do it anymore, I can't. I have to complete whatever it is that I'm doing,
right.
and then go to the next thing. I have to. I mean, even as small as feeding the cat.
Yeah.
If I'm trying to feed the cat and take my medicine at the same time, my medicine ends up sitting on the counter, and then I'll notice it later. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? So, no. I tell my kitty, okay, honey, 1 minute. Let me
Mhm.
medicate myself.
Mhm.
Now, your older cat, is your older cat finicky about eating?
He's really not eating anything at all right now.
Oh,
He
no.
hollers at me for treats all the time.
Right.
And then he
Oh,
puts his
no.
nose at, and
Can
I
I ask you
try,
this?
I really give him an incredible variety of food.
And he's older cat?
Yeah,
Does he have teeth?
yeah,
All of them?
yeah, as far as I know, yeah.
Okay, because my cat does not have teeth,
Okay,
just fangs.
but I give him wet food, so it wouldn't be anything that would really
Stick-
require, even if he didn't have teeth, he'd still be fine.
Well, for chewing purposes and for edibility purposes, I'm giving my cat a combo
Yeah,
of wet and dry food. But every time I give her wet food, she ends up regurgitating, so I'm at a loss with her. It's anxiety provoking because I just love this kitty cat so much.
right.
I hate to watch her suffer in any way.
Look,
I want you to do whatever really, really shows off the color.
that, oops.
You're okay. It's okay. Don't worry.
Stuff all over the floor.
No, I feel like Mercury did not fully leave retrograde. I've been having some battles with certain things.